Chosen one, this message is not a coincidence. It's not by chance that you are here right now. God has led you to this very moment because something extraordinary is about to unfold in your life. There is a gift, a blessing beyond what you've imagined, and it's coming sooner than you expect. You've been waiting, praying, seeking answers. You've faced struggles, carried burdens, and wondered when the shift will come. Listen closely. Your waiting is not in vain. Heaven has already moved on your behalf. What you've been longing for is about to be placed in your hands. But will you be ready to receive it? God does not make empty promises. Every moment of suffering, every tear shed, every silent prayer has been preparing you for this divine moment. You were chosen for something greater, and that greatness is now unfolding. Do not let distractions pull you away from this message. Do not allow doubt to make you miss what God is revealing, because what comes next may be the sign you've been waiting for. There comes a time in every chosen one's journey when the heavens open and divine favor is released. That time is now. The unexpected gift that is on its way is not just any blessing. It is a divine confirmation, a mark of God's hand upon your life. You've been walking in faith, but there have been moments of doubt. You've questioned whether your prayers have been heard, whether your sacrifices were seen. But hear this now. God is not blind to your struggles, nor deaf to your cries. Every moment of hardship, every sacrifice, every step of faith has been accounted for. And now, the time of fulfillment has come. This gift will not come in the way you expect. It won't follow human logic or predictable patterns. It will arrive suddenly, in a way that only God could orchestrate. It will come at the perfect moment, in a way that will leave no doubt. It was divinely sent. For some, this will be a breakthrough in finances, an opportunity that opens doors no man can shut. For others, it will be a spiritual revelation, an awakening to their true calling. And for some, it will be an encounter so profound that their entire life will be changed in an instant. But there is something crucial you must understand. This is not just a gift. It is a test. How you receive it, how you handle it, will determine the next chapter of your journey. Will you recognize it? Will you be ready? Or will fear and doubt make you overlook what God is placing in front of you? Let me ask you this. How many times have you prayed for a sign, yet questioned it when it arrived? How many times have you asked for a miracle, but hesitated when it required faith to walk into it? This is the moment to let go of doubt. This is the moment to believe fully. God's timing is perfect, and what is coming your way is unstoppable. But you must be ready to receive it. Chosen one, take a moment to let this truth settle in your spirit. You are standing at the edge of a divine moment, a shift so powerful that it will rewrite your future. The unexpected gift that is coming to you is not just an answer to your prayers. It is a sign of your calling, a confirmation of everything you have been preparing for. Think about how many times in the Bible God blessed His chosen ones in ways they did not expect. When Joseph was thrown into a pit by his brothers, when he was sold into slavery, when he was unjustly imprisoned, he could have believed that God had abandoned him. But in the blink of an eye, everything changed. One moment, he was a prisoner. The next, he was second in command over all of Egypt. That is the kind of transformation that is coming to your life. A divine reversal. A shift so great that those who once doubted you will have no choice but to witness the power of God in your life. This is not just about receiving a blessing. It is about stepping into the fullness of who God has called you to be. But let me warn you, this gift, this breakthrough, is not meant for everyone. There are many who desire the rewards of being chosen, but they are unwilling to walk the path of faith and obedience. Many are called, but few are chosen. And you, chosen one, have been set apart for something greater. That is why your journey has not been easy. That is why you have faced trials that others could never endure. The weight you have carried, the rejection you have faced, the moments where you felt completely alone. None of it was meaningless. It was all preparation. God does not place heavy callings on those who are weak. He chooses the strong. He refines them, tests them, molds them into warriors of faith. And now, after everything you have endured, He is preparing to pour out a blessing so great that it will make sense of every hardship. But there is a warning in this moment. When God blesses His chosen ones, the enemy always tries to distract, to delay, to deceive. You must be vigilant. You must remain in faith. Do not allow fear to cloud your vision. Do not let the doubts of others steal what is rightfully yours. The enemy would love nothing more than for you to second-guess what God is doing. He wants you to believe that you are not worthy, that the promise is not real, that you are not ready. But hear me now. God does not make mistakes. If He has declared you worthy, who can say otherwise? If He has promised you a blessing, who can take it away? Do not let worry or hesitation hold you back. Step forward in faith, because what is coming to you is bigger than you have imagined, greater than what you have prayed for. It is beyond human logic, beyond earthly limits. It is supernatural. And when it arrives, when you see the evidence of God's hand moving in your life, you must do one thing: receive it with open hands and an open heart. Do not shrink back in fear. Do not doubt if you deserve it. Instead, stand firm and declare, God, I am ready. When God prepares to release something powerful into your life, He does not send it without preparation. Every major breakthrough, every divine gift, comes with a season of testing. Some of you have been in that season, wondering why doors have not opened, why people have walked away, why challenges have seemed unending. But hear this now. The struggle was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to prepare you. The world may have called your struggles misfortune, but in the spiritual realm, they were evidence of transformation. The weight you have been carrying, it was building your strength. The isolation you have felt, it was creating a deeper connection between you and God. The delays, they were divine positioning, ensuring that you are exactly where you need to be when the blessing arrives. God never gives a gift before its appointed time. Think about it. If a child receives a great inheritance before they are ready, will they not squander it? If a soldier enters battle before they are trained, will they not be defeated? God knows the exact moment when you are fully prepared to receive what He has for you. That moment is coming sooner than you think. But there is something you must do. You must position yourself spiritually. You must prepare your heart to receive. Some people miss their blessing not because God did not send it, but because they were not ready. They were too distracted, too doubtful, too caught up in what they could see, rather than what God had spoken. Chosen one, you cannot afford to miss what is coming. This is why God has been calling you into deeper faith. This is why you have felt an urgency in your spirit, a knowing that something is about to shift. It is no coincidence. Heaven is aligning things for you, but you must stay alert. Imagine the Israelites when they stood before the promised land. It had been promised to them for generations, yet many did not enter, not because God changed His mind, but because they doubted when they should have believed. They allowed fear to stop them from walking into the very blessing that had been prepared for them. You will not make that mistake. You will not allow fear to keep you from what is yours, because you have been prepared. You have been refined. You have been shaped by every storm, and now it is time to reap the reward of your endurance. The unexpected gift that is coming will not be small. It will not be ordinary. It will be something that sets you apart, something that makes it undeniable that God's hand is upon your life. It will not be something you can explain with logic. It will be divine. It will be supernatural. But when it comes, the question will not be whether the blessing is real. The question will be, will you have the faith to embrace it? Will you step forward boldly and receive it? Or will you hesitate? Will you allow the voices of doubt to make you question whether this is truly for you? Let me remind you, God does not make empty promises. If He has prepared this for you, then no one can take it away. If He has said it is yours, then no power in heaven or on earth can stop it. But you must walk in faith. You must stand in expectation. Do not be like those who miss their moment because they are too focused on their past pain. Do not be like those who cannot recognize a blessing because it does not come in the way they expected. Chosen one, when God moves, He does not always announce it in the way we expect. His gifts do not always come wrapped in gold or delivered in a way that makes sense to the human mind. Sometimes, what looks like a problem is actually the doorway to your greatest blessing. Sometimes, what feels like a loss is actually making room for something greater. Look at the story of Ruth. She lost everything: her husband, her home, her security. But in that loss, God was positioning her for a divine appointment that would change her destiny forever. She didn't realize that by following Naomi, she was walking straight into the plan that would connect her to Boaz and bring her into the lineage of kings. What does this mean for you? It means that the unexpected gift may not look like a gift at first. It may come as a shift, a sudden redirection, or an opportunity you weren't even searching for. It may require you to leave something behind in order to receive something greater. Some of you are asking God for a blessing, but are holding on to things that are blocking what He is trying to give you. You are holding on to relationships that have expired, mindsets that are limiting, and fears that have no place in your future. But hear me now. When God releases a blessing, anything that does not align with it will begin to fall away. This is why certain people have walked away from your life. This is why doors you once depended on have closed. It was never rejection. It was protection. God was making room for what is coming, because what He is about to give you requires space. It requires faith. It requires trust. When the blessing arrives, it may come in a way that demands action. The opportunity may be placed before you, but it will require you to step into it boldly. You may need to take a leap of faith, to walk through a door without knowing what's on the other side. That is where trust comes in. That is where your obedience will determine what happens next. God is not asking you to have all the answers. He is simply asking you to be ready, to be positioned, to be willing. The disciples had no idea what was ahead when Jesus said, "Follow me." They didn't ask for a blueprint, a contract, or a guarantee. They simply followed in faith. And because of that, they walked into their destiny. This is your moment to do the same. Do not wait for everything to make sense before you believe. Do not delay because you are waiting for the perfect conditions. God moves in ways that defy human logic, and if you are waiting for it all to align in a way that is comfortable, you may miss your moment. Chosen one, the blessing is already in motion. The answer to your prayers is already unfolding. But will you recognize it when it arrives? When people see you suddenly blessed, when they see the favor of God upon your life, they will not understand. Some will question. Some will be jealous. Some will try to convince you that it is too good to be true. But you will know. You will know that this was God's doing, that this was the moment He prepared you for. And when it happens, you will not have to force anything. What is meant for you will flow effortlessly into your life. What is divinely assigned to you will not require struggle or striving. It will come with peace. It will come with clarity. It will come with the unmistakable mark of God's favor. But here is the most important part. When it arrives, do not shrink back. Do not question whether you deserve it. Do not apologize for being blessed. Instead, stand firm and say, "This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in my eyes." Chosen one, when the blessing arrives, you must know how to carry it. Many receive the gifts of God, but do not know how to sustain them. They celebrate the breakthrough, but fail to protect what has been given. They walk into the promise, but forget the process that got them there. This cannot be your story. When God gives you something unexpected, something supernatural, it comes with responsibility. The gift is not just about you. It is also about the purpose God has placed over your life. It is about those you are called to impact. It is about proving that you can handle greater things. Remember the parable of the talents. The master gave different amounts of treasure to his servants, and then left them to see what they would do with it. Some multiplied what they were given. One buried it in the ground out of fear. And when the master returned, he took from the one who did nothing and gave it to the one who had proven faithful. Do not bury your blessing in fear. Some of you will receive opportunities you never expected. Do not let insecurity hold you back. Some of you will see doors open that once seemed impossible to walk through. Do not let doubt stop you from stepping in. The favor on your life is intentional. It is not an accident. But be aware, when the enemy sees that you have been given something powerful, he will try to bring distraction. He will try to make you question whether it is truly from God. He will try to place fear in your heart, whispering that you are not worthy of what you have received. Do not listen to the voice of doubt. You have been refined for this. You have been prepared for this. You have endured the waiting, the trials, the moments where it seemed nothing would change. And now, your time has come. But as you step into this new season, there are things you must remember. First, stay humble. Do not forget where you came from. Do not forget the nights you cried out to God for this very moment. Do not let pride or arrogance steal what was meant to bless you. The same God who gives can also take away if you lose sight of the purpose behind the blessing. Second, stay obedient. This gift is not a sign that your journey is over. It is a sign that a new level is beginning. Do not become comfortable. Keep seeking God. Keep listening to His voice. Keep walking in faith. Third, stay grateful. There will be those who do not understand why you have been blessed. There will be those who try to discourage you, who do not celebrate what God has done in your life. Let them go. Focus on what is ahead. A grateful heart keeps the doors of heaven open. And finally, stay ready. This is not the last blessing God has for you. It is only the beginning. What is coming next will be even greater, but only if you prove that you can handle what you are about to receive. Chosen one, your story is shifting. Your name is being written in places you have never imagined. The unexpected gift is closer than you realize, and when it comes, your life will never be the same. Do not fear. Do not doubt. Just be ready. You are standing at the edge of something life-changing. This is not a message to simply listen to and forget. This is a divine calling, a moment where God is saying to you, "Get ready, because what I have for you is already in motion." This is not the time to hesitate. This is not the time to shrink back in fear or doubt. You have waited, you have endured, you have pressed forward even when everything told you to give up. Now you must make a choice. Will you receive what God is sending, or will you let uncertainty steal it from your hands? Do not make the mistake of thinking that this message is for someone else. It is for you. It is your confirmation. It is your sign. The unexpected gift that is coming is meant for you, and only you can decide whether you will step into it with faith or let it pass you by. God is asking you one question right now. Are you ready? If your spirit is stirred, if something deep inside of you is telling you that this is for you, then declare it now. Speak it out loud. I am ready, Lord. I receive what you have for me. This is an act of faith. When you speak it, you activate it. When you declare it, you align yourself with it. Heaven is listening, and your words hold power. Say it again. I am ready. I will not miss my moment. And if you truly believe, then let your actions reflect it. Prepare yourself as if the blessing were already here. Walk with confidence as if the doors have already opened. Thank God now, not when it arrives, but before. Because that is the kind of faith that moves mountains. Some of you will see the evidence of this message within days. Some will feel a shift in their spirit even now. Do not ignore it. Do not dismiss it. When God speaks, those who listen are the ones who receive. If you are ready, let it be known. Write it in the comments. I am ready. Let the heavens and the earth witness that you have received this message, and that when the blessing comes, you will not hesitate, you will not doubt. You will step into it with boldness. Chosen one, your time has come. Your moment is near. The unexpected gift is already on its way. Now, all that is left is for you to receive it. That is not your imagination. That is not just emotions. That is the presence of God moving in your life right now, preparing you for what is about to come. You are stepping into a new season. What was once delayed is now being released. What once seemed impossible is now aligning with divine timing. The struggles, the waiting, the silent moments where you wondered if God even heard your prayers, all of it was leading you to this very moment. You were never forgotten. You were never overlooked. The enemy may have tried to convince you that you were stuck, that nothing was changing, that the promise was never going to come. But the enemy is a liar, because here you are, standing on the verge of a breakthrough, standing in expectation, knowing deep in your spirit that something is about to shift. And it will. You are not here by accident. This message is not random. This is a divine appointment, a confirmation that your faith has not been in vain, that your endurance has not gone unnoticed. Heaven has seen your patience, your resilience, your refusal to give up, and now the reward is near. But let me tell you this. This is only the beginning. The blessing that is coming will be great, but it is only a glimpse of what God has prepared for you. You have been chosen not just for a single moment of favor, but for a lifetime of divine purpose. This is not just about receiving something from God. This is about becoming the person He has called you to be. You are walking into a future that is greater than you have imagined, a future filled with blessings, with opportunities, with supernatural favor. And as you step forward, do so with confidence, knowing that no weapon formed against you will prosper, that no door meant for you will remain shut, and that no force in heaven or on earth can stop what God has declared over your life. This is your time. This is your season. Stay expectant. Stay in faith. And most of all, stay ready, because the unexpected gift you have been waiting for is coming, and when it arrives, your life will never be the same again.